Greetings, YouTube community, sports fans nationwide, but in particular, UFC, MMA fans. You've entered the Sports Opinion Log here in Lex Anderson World. I'm your host / your boy Lex Anderson, and in today's video, well, you already know what it is. Adidas throwback outfit. I'm going to get ready to head out for a run, but I had to drop this video because this Saturday night, once again, UFC on the nationwide sports leading network 2. So let's just hit the ground running like I do best and get to the early prelims. Oh, excuse me. This will be based out in the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, PA. So they're going to start it off with the early prelims. And if you know Lex Anderson, you know I always talk it up. I always hype it up. The prelims, because yes, the main card is great, but everyone starts from somewhere. So if you have the time, I suggest that you most definitely check out the prelims and the early prelims. And guess what? If you don't have the time, not a problem. Even if you just watch the main card, go back later that day, later in the week, and just check out the early prelims and the prelims themselves, because there's a lot of people making their debuts, people who are undefeated, looking to rise in the ranks. And trust me, you might miss a fight, a knockout, a submission of the night. You never know what could happen. And sometimes you might have the occasional boring fight. But the point is you still want to tune in. So we have the early prelims kicking off at 3:30. For the men's bantamweights, we have Alex Perez, 21-5, taking on Mark De La Rosa, 11-1. For the women's flyweight, we have Sabina Mazo, 6-0, undefeated, taking on Marina Morez, 8-3. For the men's bantamweight, we have Ray Borg at 11-3, taking on Casey Kinney, 11-1-1. And then, of course, the prelims kicking off at 5 o'clock. Let's see what we got here. All right, for the middleweights, we have Kevin Holland, 13-4, taking on Gerald Mercheret at 28-10. Men's featherweight, Enrique Barzola, 15-3-1, taking on Kevin Aguilar at 16-1-0. Lightweights, we have Ross Pearson, 20-15 with one no contest, taking on Desmond Green, 21-8. And in the women's strawweight, we have Marina Rodriguez, 10-0-1, taking on Jessica Aguilar, 20-7. So look at that. Look at that lineup. Marina, undefeated. Looks like it'll be a good match. So I'm going to keep an eye out on that one. And then we're going to jump into the main card starting at 7 o'clock. And what do we have here? Starting off with the featherweights, we have Sodiq Yusuf at 8-1, taking on Shimon Moraes, 11-2. The light heavyweights, we have Kennedy Nzechukwu, undefeated, 6-0, taking on Paul Craig, 10-3. Look at that. Light heavyweight, Kennedy, 6-0, already undefeated. Young fighter taking on clearly someone with more fight experience in Paul Craig, 10-3. So again, that's going to be something to keep your eye on. For the women's strawweight, we have Carolina Kowalkiewicz, 12-3, taking on Michelle Waterson, 16-6. For the featherweight men's, we have Josh Emmett, 13-2, taking on Michael Johnson, 19-13. Okay, and again, looks interesting. Michael Johnson has more fights under his belt. Josh Emmett clearly looking to make his way up in the featherweight ranks. And of course, here we go, entering the co and main event, where I, the Prophet, will decree my picks for the winners of those respective fights, starting with the co-main event, which will be the men's middleweight, David Branch at 22-5, taking on Jack Hermanson, 18-4. I am going to go with David Branch on that. And in the main event for the men's lightweight, we have Edson Barboza, 20-6, taking on Justin Gaethje, 19-2. I, the Prophet, will decree that Edson Barboza will seal the deal. He'll back me up, and he'll bring home and secure the win that night. So, woo, man, UFC just keeps doing their thing, and I can't front. The nationwide sports leader has been bringing it ever since they you know, brought the rights to broadcast UFC fights. They're doing a way better job than FS1 and FS2 because we're getting cards every week, which means I, Lex Anderson, aka The Prophet, get to come to you every week with my takes, with my picks. And of course, there will be a post fight video in regards to everything when it's all said and done and wrapped up. But the only way you could be involved is by making sure you do the right thing and press that subscribe button right there to your left to subscribe to this channel. Much appreciated. Shout out to my IGTV community and family. Thank y'all for the views, dropping the comments, and sharing. That is all I have. Oh, wait, no, sorry. That is not all I have. In a previous UFC fight video, which you could check out down below, I had talked about Conor McGregor having gone insane with all the money that he's been making or has made, in particular off the Mayweather fight. And of course, after I had wrapped up the video, I see online that there's a sexual allegation charge on him. Of course, it occurred abroad, out in Dublin, Ireland, I believe, out there. But either way, it wasn't here in America. So, you have to wonder, is he taking a temporary hiatus until he resolves these allegations of criminal sexual assault? Boy, McGregor, yeah, he was a feel-good story. But like I said before in the previous video, his act is long, his act is tired. The white privilege that he's been afforded for his mindless, insane antics have to come to an end. And of course, there's someone who's the victim of someone who acts like an animal, honestly. An animal who has made an exorbitant amount of money that it's gone to his head, and he clearly thinks he could walk, talk, say, and do whatever the fuck he wants. So that's all I got to say for it, but hopefully justice will prevail in regards to that matter. So that is all I have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you're down with UFC MMA, let me know where you stand. Drop a comment below. If you like the video, you know what to do. Thumbs up. Don't like the video? Who cares? It's the Sports Opinion Log. It's Lex Anderson world. In particular, my world of sports. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm going to do what I do best. We're not going to pop my collar because, got to get these core workouts on. So I'm just going to fight my way out of here because I'm signing out.